2022's Top 5 Best Hybrid SUVs. Hybrid SUVs are becoming increasingly popular among European automakers. They are practical, desirable family cars that combine the stylish shine of an added utility SUV body style with a low-emissions electric engine, and, thanks to their plug-in powertrains, are also WLTP emissions efficient enough to be run affordably as corporate cars. Some of them even have a high-performance appeal, checking off nearly every box. Hybrid powertrains combine the quiet, emission-free driving of an electric vehicle with a standard gas tank, removing range anxiety. They could be the ideal compromise if you're not quite ready to make the transition to an all-electric vehicle. The government may no longer provide you with a grant to purchase one. 1. BMW X5 xDrive 45e. The new BMW X5 plug-in hybrid has acquired 2 more cylinders while also being more fuel efficient, at least on the official WLTP economy cycle, and benefit in kind, BIK, tax efficient. The car now boasts 24 kilowatt-hours of battery capacity, up from 9.2 kilowatt-hours in the previous generation X5 xDrive 40e, and has a stated electric range of 40 miles or more, making it one of the few FEV alternatives currently on the market that qualifies for the UK government's 7% big tax level. Fortunately, by the standards of most hybrid SUVs, you'll also receive a pleasurable ride. BMW's 6-cylinder turbo petrol engine works well together. 2. Toyota RAV4 plug-in hybrid / Suzuki Across plug-in hybrid. Despite the fact that these two Japanese SUVs have different logos on their noses, they are practically the same vehicle. Both the RAV4 FEV and the Suzuki Across FEV are powered by Toyota's 2.5-liter plug-in hybrid engine, have the same TNGA chassis, large cabins, and promise a long electric-only range thanks to their shared 18.1 kilowatt-hour battery. It's uncommon to find a plug-in hybrid that lives up to its manufacturer's claims, but these vehicles do. You may be able to travel 48 miles on energy before the Suzuki Across's hybrid motor springs back into life as it did during their test, which is an astounding feat. It's entirely possible if you have access to a home charger. Although their £45,000 plus costs may put some people off, a BIK rating of 7% should appeal to company car drivers. It's also worth mentioning that, although the RAV4 can charge at 6.6 kilowatts, the Suzuki can only charge at 3.3 kilowatts. 3. Land Rover Discovery Sport P300e. Although Britain's blue-chip 4x4 specialist wasn't one of the first to enter the plug-in SUV market, it has lately introduced 2 tiny SUV FEVs. The Discovery Sport P300e may not be as attractive as its FEV sibling, the Evoque, but it makes up for it with plenty of interior space and 4x4 performance. Despite the fact that, unlike previous versions of the car, the P300e does not have 7 seats, it does have a sliding second row. The automobile combines a strong electric motor on the back axle and a 15 kilowatt-hours drive battery with an all-new 3-cylinder Ingenium petrol engine and smooth shifting 8-speed automatic transmission up front. Although the claimed electric range is dangerously close to the magic 40-mile threshold, some variants of the car may yet exceed it, even at slightly below it. With a real-world 30 miles doable on electric power, this plug-in disco will go further than many of its competitors without waking its pistons. Unlike a lot of FEVs, it can also handle DC rapid charging at up to 32 kilowatts while you're out and about, which might come in useful. The car has a believable aura of luxury, riding extremely pleasantly, remaining refined at all times, and delivering plenty of torque and outstanding smoothness. However, some may find its range-extended fuel economy of roughly 33 miles per gallon to be a detriment to its appeal. 4. Ford Kuga Hybrid Plug-in. The beloved Ford Kuga, now in its third generation, has finally discovered electrification. For several reasons, the range-topping plug-in hybrid version jumps right to the top of this hybrid SUV chart, but none is more important than the car's big tax-defining, lab-test-certified electric range, which, at just over 30 miles, will make it cheaper to run for a fleet driver than many of its competitors. The Kuga capitalizes on this edge in a variety of ways. Its ride and handling are generally poised and sporty feeling, steering nicely by class standards and keeping decent body control at all times, with a relatively taut but comfortable ride. 5-liter Atkinson cycle petrol engine, combined with its electric motor, doesn't provide dominating performance, and the transmission appears to leach part of the available power. Even so, 0 to 62 miles per hour in less than 10 seconds is respectable for a car of its size, and drivability is adequate. Refinement is also a pleasant surprise. For a compact SUV, practicality is competitive, and retail pricing is reasonable. Overall, this is as rational and recommendable a Kuga as there has ever been. 5. Mercedes-Benz GLE 350 DA 4MATIC. The GLE 350 DA, one of Mercedes' most recent diesel-electric plug-in hybrids, has a hefty £65,000 price tag, but it's worth considering for well-heeled work vehicle users thanks to its huge drive battery and class-leading WLTP electric-only range of 61 miles. This will result in lower monthly BIC expenditures than you might expect. In both electric and hybrid modes, the car will please you with good powertrain responsiveness and drivability, as well as excellent refinement. When the battery runs out, the 2.0-liter 4-cylinder range-extending diesel engine struggles to motivate what is a large car. Nevertheless, with a real-world range that truly stretches very close to the promised figure, you may find that you don't use the combustion engine very frequently.